make it a better place. It'll take creation, imagination.
Hey everybody, this is Tina. Welcome to my video today, you guys. I feel like it's been forever since I made a card for you guys, and I had an idea a couple days ago and I have been trying to make it work, so I'm going to share the whole process with you guys. But I wanted to use this stamp set. This is one that I got last week, and so it has the die set and then it has the stamp set. You can bundle this together to save 10%. This is Basket Bunches, so you can pick this up in my online store. You can bundle both the die set and the stamp set together if you would like to save that additional 10%. And I have a supply list and all the links to the product in my coordinating blog post, but I'll put the bundle link down in the YouTube description. So if you're right on YouTube and you just want to click right away and pick it up, you can do that. And then the other thing that I'm using is this accessories. This is the Cupcake and Carousel Embellishment Kit, and it has a whole bunch of different things in it. It has some sequins and some ribbon and twine and these little tassels, and then these little things right here. And then it also has some bows, and I'm going to be using the bows and for this card. So that's the materials that I'm going to be using. I have wanted to do, I had this idea and I wanted to do like this, where there was like a strip up the middle of the card and then like there was some things layered. Like I had wanted to do the, I'm trying to find it because I have it cut out. The basket, like maybe this was my original idea, to stamp the eggs and then have them going up the card and then maybe have the basket like on the edge of this and like maybe the bunny in it. Okay, so that's the idea that I thought of in my head. Clearly it was not working. I did this, I had stamped this and I started coloring it and I wasn't loving it. And I was doing it with the watercolor pencils and I just was feeling like I didn't have enough colors. Like I didn't really like the yellow with these other colors. And then I didn't want to use Copic markers because the images are super small and I'm not great at that. So I scrapped that idea and this is what ended up happening. So I have a whole bunch of stuff here, you guys. I'm going to walk you through what I ended up coming up with. And I still am not like perfectly happy with it, but it is kind of the idea I had in my head. So I'm starting out with a piece of Very Vanilla cardstock, and so it's cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm gonna do a window card. So I have my trimmer here, and what I'm gonna do is I want to make sure that I have about 1.5 inches from the edge. So let's see, how did I do this before? So I cut 1 1/4 inches off here. I have a card that looks like this. And we're going to have this at the end here. And then we're going to have a window in the middle. So my window sheet is cut at 5 1/2. And then it's at like 3 1/4. And I can take a little bit of this off. I think I will. I can take like probably 2 inches off of it. So I just cut it down to 3. That'll be perfect. I want a little bit of the window hanging over each side. So I'm sorry this is slightly confusing the way that I'm doing this, but you'll see in the end. So then for the inside of my card, I have a piece of this designer paper. It's from a paper stack. It's our Subtles paper stack. I have it in the same pink that I'm going to use. I cut that at 4 by 5 1/4, so there's a nice border. And I want to make sure I do that because when my window card is in, I want it to be clear that this is a window card. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're just going to take some of this tear tape, which you could use other adhesive, I guess, if you wanted. This makes it easy for me to line everything up and get the window sheet in there. So I'm just taking a piece of this and putting it right on the edge, and I'll do that with the other piece of cardstock. Okay guys, so I have my 2 pieces that have adhesive on there. Next I have some cardstock. Now this that has the embossing on here, this is gonna go to cover up where our window sheet is, like this. And then I have 2 pieces, and that's gonna cover up the inside of where this is. if I need to cover anything up. I found on the first one that I put together, I didn't do a great job of making sure everything was covered up from the inside, and so an easy fix for that is to just have an extra piece of cardstock handy so that you can cut it and hide your mistakes. So what I do is I like to start by peeling this piece off, and this is why I use this adhesive. So we have that. Now we're gonna add our window. So I don't need to pull that adhesive off on this side. I'm just laying that on there, and then we're gonna put the window. I ended up putting that window sheet right at the edge of the adhesive so I could line it up. Just because I had it on the edge of this adhesive because I didn't have it lined up on my mat very well. A little bit more off, and then we are going to stick this piece down. So this edge piece, we're gonna line it up with the edge of our card. We want this to be a full-size card. Then we will bring the window sheet over. So now we have a window right here. So now we can add our decorative pieces here. And you can just do that with regular adhesive. You can see when you're just looking at the card that there's a window here, and you can see the little strip there and then the little strip at the top. And then our window part is covered up by these two decorative pieces. So then I just like to open it up and make sure that everything, there's nothing hanging over or I didn't make any mistakes. If I did, I could just add this to the card, and that would cover up any mistakes or if something wasn't layered right. This looks pretty good, so I can leave it. So now let's work on a couple other things. So now I have this piece right here, and I'm gonna use that, one of the sentiments from the stamp set. And this just says, an Easter treat for some bunny sweet. And I'm using mint macaroon. We'll stamp that right in the middle. This little embellishment you can stamp right on. It's not glossy or anything, so your stamped image is gonna work on there. It's really light because I used mint macaroon, so it's hard to see. Let's bring our card back over. We're almost done, you guys. And then I cut some of those Easter eggs out of this great celebration paper that you can get for free with a $50 order. And I thought it would be fun to layer these, which is sort of the idea that I had, was to layer these eggs going up. You know, I wanted something going up the middle, and so I thought that that would be perfect. I could even do 3 over here, like so. But I think maybe 2. And I'm tucking, like I tucked this one in on the side and then this one over. And I'll just use my liquid adhesive to put this down. And I'll try to make sure that the adhesive is on this part of the cardstock and not on the window so it doesn't look funny from the inside like that adhesive. So this is the card that, oh, one last thing. We're going to use the bow. So this is just in those accessory kits. It comes with these glue dots. You just peel this back. Stick your glue dot right on the bow, and then we're going to stick that bow right on the edge. So that is how my card will look, with the Easter eggs poking out, and then the bow on there, and then the sentiment. Maybe I should have stamped that in pink just so it matched and maybe stood out a little bit, but I like the way that this finally came out, finally figuring out a way to do something down the middle of my card. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing kind of the process that I go through when I have an idea, and sometimes it doesn't pan out and you just got to kind of readjust what you're doing and try to figure it out. So I know it's a little bit difficult. My lighting is not the best in here today, so I know it's a little bit difficult to see. You can head over to my coordinating blog post and you can see a photo of my card and how it turned out. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you later.